Wednesday, and I basically today I want to go over how I made a quick $200 trading US30. It isn't a lot, but I want to just go over. I made more trading this before, but I want to go over how I just simply made that just by literally identifying a breakout. And it is smart money concepts. So if you're a retail trader, I don't really trade retail concepts. I don't trade support, resistance, trend lines, or anything like that. I just trade supply and demand, smart money concepts. I trade, my supply and demand zones are order blocks and gaps. Imbalance gaps / fair value gaps. You've heard of it before. So yeah, guys. So let's just get right into it today. Sorry, I'm just taking like a bit of a time. I just want to go ahead and put on some music because I like music when I'm trading. But here we go. All right. So let's just get right into it. So right now I'm gonna just go ahead and clear up the screen so you guys can actually see what I'm doing clearly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see, floats on top. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out and move this, and so you guys can see US30. So I usually trade US30 more because I like it better than NAS 100 actually. I used to trade NAS, but I like the price action for me on US30 better than NAS. If you trade NAS and you like that, that's fine. You don't need to copy me. We all trade differently. It's fine. But yeah. So let me move this screen here. Sorry, I'm taking like 10 years to get into the video. All right. So yeah. So I want to show you guys why I got into that big giant trade. You can see right there where the gray arrow is pointed to here. And yeah, I want to show you guys why I basically got into this trade here. So the reason I got into this trade was because on the long term I knew US30 is bullish because I went in a higher time frame and I zoomed all the way out because that's what I usually do. And when I zoom out, I can see what's relevant. When I'm looking at this trend and I zoom in, yeah, you may be able to see the trend still, but you could be missing something because if you zoom out, there could be more structure that may be relevant to seeing that whole full picture of the trend. Because when you zoom out until you can't anymore in TradingView, you can literally see all that is available in the current moment. So the 4 hour on US30 is the time frame I use, and that time frame is a time frame I use for the trend, okay, and the long-term trend specifically. So I take my entries on the smaller time frame. So when I was on the 1 hour, I noticed something. So US30, before it came up here, it was actually right above here. So what I mean by above here is, you see where that green line is? So US30 was all the way up there at all-time highs is what I like to call it. It was at highs. So the market was all green, everything's all green right here in this area, right? So when it was up there, I saw the reason why I had this green line, it was because it was supposed to represent liquidity. Now for me, when I'm trading smart money concepts, liquidity is simply areas in the market where there are stop losses, and specifically retail stop losses, because retailers tend to trade trend lines and support and resistance. A lot of them do. Even when they trade indicators, they tend to use that. And because of that, smart money will tend to take their money and use those areas for them to take profit and bring the market down. So right here was the trend line here at that green line, and I noticed that because we were at the top and I wasn't ready to buy yet, because the whole point of this trend was to buy, because on the 4 hour time frame, like I showed you guys earlier, it was bullish, right? And so the reason I didn't buy when US30 was all the way up here was because we were at what's called premium price. When I'm ever buying in the market, I always buy at a discount price. And what that means is, and how you even determine that, is by doing your trend / market structure. So as you can see, I know there's a lot of stuff on my screen, but can you see the white lines? Those white lines, basically those 4 white lines, represent structure, pieces of my market structure. And as you can see, it goes up, down, up. And so that's bullish structure, right? But the problem is, if we zoom all the way out and we divide, first let's look at this. You see my gray arrow that I'm drawing right now? You see where it's pointed down? It's pointed to the low, right? And now it's pointed to the high. And now it's pointed to the middle, where price is kind of at, right? So, yes, I could be looking to buy in this area, but I'm waiting for price to actually come down a little bit lower because if you take out the tool called the Ganbox tool, which I use to divide the trade range in half so I can determine where price is balanced at. So you'll see 3 green lines that I just drew, and the one in the middle represents equilibrium. Now what that means is equilibrium is where price is balanced, where it's even, where it's level, the middle, the middle half. And so the top half, where let's say I'm going to shade it in, represents the premium price, which is where prices are expensive. So if you look to the left of the screen where the numbers are 44.480 and 44.480 and 44,645, and then the lower part of the range, now that I'm going to shade that in right here, this lower part of the range, now if you look at the numbers on the left again, 43, 42, so you see the difference? So if I'm buying something, buying at a discount or buying at the dip means buying at a cheap price, buying at cheap prices. So investors will look at cheaper prices to buy, smart money in this case, so it can go up the longest so we can make the most money. Right now, we're in a mini bear trend because if we go in the 5-minute and the 15-minute, US30 has been going on a bear trend because volume has been taking over. And so I'm actually waiting to buy US30 once we enter that gray shaded area that I just drew on the screen, because that represents the discount price. And so yeah, so that 3 green line tool is just a tool that I used when I was a beginner trader to determine and to implant in my brain that when I'm buying, I always want to buy at a discount price, and when I'm selling, I always want to sell at a premium price, because discount prices are when you buy low, and premium prices are when you buy high. So if you're a supply and demand trader, and like when demand is greater than supply, prices rise, then you want to be, if your prices are rising, you want to be buying low so prices can continue to rise at most, versus buying too late when it's already at the top, right? So yeah guys, I hope you got some value out of this. And another good thing is, for me, when you're trading, I trade US30 during New York session. So New York session for me is 9:30 a.m. Eastern time zone to 5 p.m. Eastern time zone. So, and also London session is 3:30 a.m. Eastern time zone and 9 a.m. Eastern time zone. So I typically trade both of these. So for US30, I trade New York session, and I usually would get on 8:30, 9:30 a.m. And you pretty much have until 5 p.m. to trade US30. So most of my setups are actually earlier in the day. And if you work in the beginning of the day and you on time and you want to find setups in the afternoon or in the evening before 5 p.m., so not really in the evening, then yeah, go ahead. But yeah guys, I hope you found some value out of this. And I have a free oh yeah, let me sorry let me show you guys the trade. I never even showed you guys the trade. Hold on a second. I mean, you did, but let me just show you where I got in. Sorry guys. So you see the green line right there and where price broke, which was right there. I could have actually entered right there and I didn't, so that's why I entered over here. So I should have entered up there right when price broke on that supply zone, but I didn't, which is okay. Sometimes it happens. So I entered right here instead on this second supply zone. So price came back up and went straight down before coming back up. And I'm actually in another US30 trade right now, as you can see right here. It's a smaller trade, and it's right there. That's my entry zone right there, and my take profit is the low, which was the most recent liquidity. And yeah guys, if this still seems foreign to you, feel free to message me. I don't have a course. I have an ebook if you guys are interested, in the description or my bio if you're on Instagram. And I have a free, my Discord, my trading group is free, so you guys can join for free. And basically, yeah, let me show you guys the trade. So like I said, the big one right here you guys just saw, that was my US30 trade. And so the profit was here. And yeah, guys, this was actually a small trade, and this was only on 0.01 lots because there was so much. And see, when you trade, see, this is why news is important when you're trading US30. So when you're trading US30 based off the news, which is what I do, on Forex Factory and Economic Factory, what happens is because I trade medium to high volatile news, even the lower lots on US30 will beat a lot of money. So, and I know it's just a lot in general, but I noticed I'll get more for less when I'm trading vol. This is why I like trading volatile, because there's actual money in the markets. So when you see volume and you look at the volume chart, volume simply shows you who's in control of the markets. And looking at the news and looking at volatile news, that will bring on volume, and then the markets will actually move enough for you to find those supply and demand zones. But yeah, guys, this group is free. There's traders in this group. People are offline right now because a lot of people are at work, but I got on early. It's 11:55 now, but I was on since what was I on? I wasn't on that early. Let's see. I was on since about like oh no, I wasn't even on. Yeah, 11 a.m. is when I got. So no, 9, which isn't that early. But most people in the group, they get on in afternoon, evening. But yeah, guys, we have the chill out room too. So there's like lo-fi, and you guys can come and hang out. We got lo-fi in here. I'll play some. I know I'm getting off topic here, but I'm just, I like to relax sometimes and chill out. But yeah, I got lo-fi. We have we chill out. We got the entrepreneur group chat, and also I have a chart examples chat. So in my chart examples chat, you guys can see examples of the setups that I take every week consistently, especially when you're taking my coaching, because I don't do courses. I do only one-on-one, and I do weekly one-on-one. So once you get my one-on-one every week until you learn the strategy, we're going to be doing this. And so the chart examples is going to be key for you too, because you're actually going to be able to understand it more than people that are just in it for free. And yeah, guys, but there's plenty of free resources. There's my YouTube channel. I even have if you're a beginner, which is, this group is more meant for experienced traders, but if you're a beginner, I even have like a learn section that explains like what forex is, supply and demand, liquidity, news. There's even digital downloads. There's tons of there's tons of stuff. I actually want to delete this because this is an old one. I have a new ebook since then. That's old. So yeah, and I even have this. I have steps here, market structure, gambit. I don't even care if you guys screenshot that if you guys want to. I actually think this will help you guys with your US30. Market structure is what you should do first. So number 1 is market structure, and number 2, use the Ganbox tool. And let's see, number 3, supply and demand zones. Well, yeah. So the Ganbox tool is the tool I had at the beginning of the video that shows you guys which side of the market you should be trading. Supply and demand zones, order blocks, OB, fair value gaps, imbalance. And then those are your supply and demand zones. And then you basically are setting alerts. So if you don't have TradingView Pro is actually important, because when you can't be at the charts and you don't want to stare at the charts all day, setting alerts is crucial, because you can actually, when price reaches your area that you're looking to enter, it will let you know. You can even set an alert 90% of where that entry even is, and so you won't miss your trades. And so yeah, guys, I hope you guys found value out of this video, and I hope you guys enter my free Discord that I have here. And if you guys want to get my one-on-one coaching, if you've traded supply and demand before but you just don't quite get it, and you don't have an actual confirmation checklist that you can use every week in an actual system that you're confident in, then I recommend that. But I also have an ebook, like I said. It's 49 pages, and there's plenty of visual examples of my trade setups as well if you're more of a reader. And yeah, guys, I hope this video got some value to you. And yeah, have a good week. I'm gonna make another video tomorrow for you guys, and yeah, peace.